Hey everyone! So, if you're using an HGR subscription, you've definitely seen the word quota. And honestly, it's one of the most important, but also one of the most misunderstood parts of your plan. So, today we're going to make it crystal clear. So, when you see that number sitting on your dashboard, what does it really mean? What does it actually represent? It's a question we get all the time, so let's just break down the biggest misconception right away. Okay, this slide really gets to the heart of it. A lot of people see their quota as a monthly to-do list, right? Something you have to use up before the end of the month. But the reality is so much simpler. The best way to think about it is like this. It's your total storage space. That's it. And here's the official definition to back that up. Your HGR quota is simply the maximum number of active listings your account can hold at any one time. The key phrase there is at the same time. It's a hard cap on your total capacity, and it's tied directly to your subscription plan. It's not about how many you list in a month, but how many are live at any given moment. You can actually see this in action right on your own dashboard. You know that meter at the top? That's it. It shows you exactly how many of your storage spots you're currently using out of your total. It's just a simple, real-time check on your capacity. All right, now for what is maybe the single most important rule to remember about your quota, especially if you ever change your plan. We like to call it the golden rule. And here it is. It's incredibly simple, but so crucial. Subscriptions don't stack. You can't combine multiple plans to get a bigger quota. You only ever have one active plan, and that one plan defines your entire quota. Here's a perfect example of how that works. Let's say you start out with a 300 listing plan, and then you decide to upgrade to the 1,000 listing plan. Your new total quota is not 1,300. The new plan completely replaces the old one, so your new capacity is now just 1,000. So knowing that plans replace each other, what actually happens when you make a change? Let's look at the practical difference between upgrading to a bigger plan versus downgrading to a smaller one. Well, it's really a tale of two different scenarios. When you upgrade, the change is instant. Boom, you immediately get more storage space and you can start listing more products right away. But when you downgrade, your capacity shrinks. And this is the crucial part. You have to make sure your number of active listings is already below that new lower limit before you make the change. Okay, let's do a little rapid-fire myth busting, just to clear up any confusion that might still be lingering about how your quota works. First up is the idea that your quota is some kind of use it or lose it allowance that resets every month. This is completely false. Your quota is your total persistent capacity. It doesn't expire and it doesn't reset. Myth number 2, that your quota limits how many products you can add in a given month. Again, just not true. If you have a 1,000 quota, you could theoretically list all 1,000 items on the first day of the month, as long as you don't go over that total capacity. And the last big myth, that if you don't use all your quota one month, the unused spots will just roll over to the next. Like old cell phone minutes? Nope. Remember the golden rule? Subscriptions don't stack. So it makes sense that unused space doesn't either. Your quota is just a fixed ceiling based on whatever plan you have right now. So, now that we've busted those myths, let's recap the reality. Your quota is your maximum capacity. It's completely reusable space. It's based on your one and only active plan, and it is definitely not a monthly requirement you have to meet. So now that we know exactly what your quota isn't, let's talk about how you can use it as a super flexible tool for your own business strategy. You are in complete control here. You could list just 10 products and stop there. You could list a huge batch of 200, then pause for weeks. You could slowly build up to your max and just hold steady, or you can constantly cycle products by removing old ones to free up space for new ones. The strategy is 100% yours. We've covered a lot of ground, from the golden rule to all the myth busting. But if you walk away with just one single thought, one simple way to remember all of this, let it be this. This is it. This is the whole idea in a nutshell. Your HGR quota is the maximum number of active listings your account can hold at once. It's nothing more complex than that, and nothing less important. It's just your total simultaneous capacity. So the next time you see that quota number, don't see restriction, see your power. It's your quota, it's your capacity, and it's all within your control. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.